The first-class cabin of Flight 782 buzzed softly with quiet luxury. Leather seats, champagne glasses, and murmured conversations filled the air. Everything was calm, until a piercing cry shattered the silence. A baby. Not just any cry, but the kind that made heads turn and jaws tighten. The child belonged to Victor Harrington, a self-made millionaire known for his sharp suits, sharper tongue, and zero tolerance for inconvenience. He sat stiffly by the window, his phone clenched in one hand, while his 6-month-old son screamed in his arms as if the world were ending. Victor had tried everything. A bottle? Rejected. A pacifier? Thrown. Rocking? Ignored. Calling the nanny on FaceTime? Useless. The baby cried harder, face red, tiny fists shaking. Passengers exchanged looks. A woman across the aisle sighed loudly. Someone muttered, "Can't he afford a private jet?" A flight attendant approached with forced politeness, offering warm water, toys, even a seat change. Nothing worked. Victor's jaw tightened. Sweat formed on his forehead, not from effort but from embarrassment. He was used to control. Boardrooms, contracts, numbers, but this tiny human in his arms? Completely unmanageable. Meanwhile, in the economy section, a young woman named Lena sat quietly by the window. She wore a simple cotton dress, no jewelry except a thin silver chain. Her hands were rough, the kind shaped by work, not privilege. She hadn't planned to notice the crying, but the sound pierced her heart, not with irritation, with familiarity. She closed her eyes briefly. The cry wasn't just noise to her, it was a language she understood too well. Hunger, fear, overstimulation, loneliness. Lena had grown up raising her younger siblings after her mother died. She had soothed babies through fevers, hunger, and nightmares, with nothing but patience and love. She watched as the flight attendant passed by again, shaking her head helplessly. The baby screamed louder. Something inside Lena stirred. She hesitated. Who was she to interfere? A poor girl in economy class approaching a powerful man in first class? People like him didn't accept help from people like her. Still, the cry wouldn't stop. She stood up. Passengers stared as she walked forward, her steps slow but steady. The flight attendant looked surprised. "Miss, can I help you?" she asked. Lena swallowed. "I think I might be able to help the baby." The attendant blinked. "You know the family?" "No," Lena said softly, "but I know babies." Reluctantly, the attendant led her to Victor's seat. Victor looked up sharply, irritation flashing in his eyes. "What is this now?" The attendant gestured awkwardly. "Sir, this young lady thinks she may be able to calm your child." Victor scoffed. "I've tried everything, unless she's a doctor." "I'm not," Lena said gently, meeting his gaze without fear. "But may I try? Just for a moment." Victor laughed bitterly. "And if you fail?" "I will go back to my seat," she replied calmly. "No harm done." The baby screamed again, louder than before. Victor exhaled sharply. Pride wrestled with desperation. "Fine," he snapped. "Do whatever you want." Carefully, Lena reached out. Her movements were slow, respectful, as if asking permission not just from Victor, but from the baby himself. The moment the baby felt her arms, something changed. She held him close, not tightly, but securely. She rested his head against her shoulder and began humming softly. Not a song anyone recognized, but a simple, soothing melody, low, rhythmic, steady. She swayed slightly, matching the hum to the sound of the plane engines. Within seconds, the baby's cries softened. Gasps echoed softly around the cabin. Lena adjusted her posture, gently rubbing small circles on the baby's back, whispering something no one could hear. 10 seconds, 20, the baby stopped crying. Complete silence. Then he fell asleep, mouth slightly open, tiny fingers curled peacefully. The entire cabin froze. Victor stared as if witnessing a miracle. What did you do?" he whispered. Lena smiled faintly. "I listened." Victor swallowed hard. For the first time in years, his eyes filled, not with anger, but with emotion. "He hasn't slept like that since his mother passed away," he said quietly. Lena looked up, surprised. "I'm sorry." Victor nodded, unable to speak. Minutes passed. No one complained, no one spoke. The baby slept peacefully in Lena's arms as if he belonged there. Eventually, Victor cleared his throat. You can keep holding him." Lena hesitated. "Only if you're comfortable." "He is," he said quickly, "more than you know." When the plane landed, Victor stood beside Lena, holding his now awake but calm son. He reached into his wallet and pulled out a thick stack of cash. "Please, take this, whatever you want." Lena gently pushed his hand away. "No," she said. Victor frowned. "Why not?" "Because kindness isn't a service, and babies don't cry for money." Those words struck him harder than any business loss ever had. He slowly put the money away. "What do you do?" he asked. "I work at a daycare, part-time. I'm studying early childhood education." Victor nodded slowly, deeply thoughtful. Before parting, he handed her his card. "If you ever need anything, anything at all." Lena smiled politely. "Thank you." As she walked away, Victor looked down at his son, peaceful, safe, content. For the first time, he understood something his wealth had never taught him. Some people are rich not because of what they own, but because of what they give. And sometimes the most impossible miracles come from the most modest hands.